welcome to the video. I'm here at Newbiggin ponds in Sheffield. Thought I'd come up today, just do a quick hour before, a couple of hours after work, and do a bit of pellet feeder fishing. I just thought I'd show you the rod. The rod is a Quartex rod, 11 foot, loads of backbone, plenty of power for those carp and skimmers and anything, or if you want to cast it a long way, it's got loads and loads of power for an 11 foot rod. This has got 6 pound line on, and basically I'm using a pellet feeder. Now this one's a small 20 gram one, just with a snap swivel, and then basically an up length of 4 inches onto a QC1 with a wafter on. Basically very simple. I can change that if I want to an hard pellet, but we're still in winter mode. I don't know if we're having the hard pellets yet. Very simple. These are the, where are they? They're called the wedge pellet feeders, and these are from Middy. And what I like about scoop feeders is that you can fill them with different pellets basically. So if you want to use a bigger pellet, so like a 4mm pellet or a 3mm pellet, I know there's a lot of companies doing different pellets at the minute. Pellet have just brought out some new pellets as well, and that's the reason why I'm here, to try these and try them with the pellets. So before we cast in, I'll show you my side tray. Now Pellet have brought out some new sticky method pellets, and we've got an array of different ones. Now we've got the normal carp and coarse ones. These are the brown ones. These are like 2mm micras basically. They're the old faithfuls, but Pellet have brought some new ones out, and these are the red ones. Now as you can see, they're red, aren't they? These are the new sticky method pellets from Pellet, and these are red flavoured ones. Still smell of pellets, so they're just the colouring basically. They don't smell of anything different. These are the green ones. Those are what they go like. Again, smell of normal pellets. It's just the colouring what's different. And what I like about these two different ones is you can mix and match, change your pellets. And I've also got some 4mm carp and coarse pellets, and those are the ones what I like to put in the pellet feeder as well. So just mixing those, so you can mix them together, have different colours in your micros. It's always better to have a different than someone else. Just plain micro pellets, it's always better to have something a little bit different, and I think personally that it gets you them extra fish that nobody else will catch. So bit of a secret for you there. Mix your micro pellets, different colours, different flavours, can't go wrong. Right, let's have a go at fishing. Let's get chucked out and see if we can have a go and catch a few fish. Right, let's have a go on this. This is going to be the first cast. So when I come to a venue like this, I'm looking at the far bank if I'm in a fishing method feeder. Now on this lake you can't fish the far bank, so it's a great way of chucking over. It's like a snake lake, isn't it, really? There's plenty of cover on there, loads of weeds. So basically we're just going to get the distance. So we're going to chuck 3/4 and just get the distance of where we're going to be casting this. And then what we'll do is we'll just put a line clip on. So we're hoping to catch obviously carp and a few that's not far enough, is it? Quite a bit of a long chuck over there, you know. Right. Oh, here, what's this about? Oh. There we go. Fine clipped up. So we're going to start off the far bank, so we've got somewhere to go if we don't start getting bites, and then we can move further across if we need to. So all I'm going to do first of all is just fill it up. I'm going to put a few normal micros in, a few red ones, and you just fill it up, and then just pop your up bait. In as well, cap it off. We've got a nice little parcel to go out then. And we'll just chuck it out to where we go, hit the clip at 12 o'clock, so we've got a little bit of line to wind onto. A couple of turns and we're fishing. Easy as that. So at the minute I've just got a Bait Tech critical wafter on, as you saw, the tutti frutti kind. We'll just sort this rod rest out. There we go. So I'm using the new Quartex rod rest as well, which has just come out. Lovely, nice piece of kit that is. Especially for method feeder fishing. You don't normally I'd use a longer one if I'm bream fishing or moving my tip left and right and stuff like that, pulling it back. But for method feeder fishing, this is absolutely perfect. And it's brand new, this, so they're out in the shops now. So what we do is, while that's waiting, what I'm going to do is mix up a bit of different colour pellets. So I'm going to keep them separate at the minute, and then I'm going to mix a few up to get that different sort of texture and different colour in the water. You never know, it might be a bit early for pellets and wafters. We're still in the winter time, so you never know. There we go, lovely, lovely. Right, and what we'll do is we'll give it 5 minutes, and then obviously we'll build a swim and keep chucking it in the same hole. Probably give it half an hour, and if we don't get a bite, then we'll creep and keep taking clip off and moving a bit further to them weeds at the other side. Obviously I've fished it loads and loads this lake, so I know where the fish are. I do prefer fishing a bit to my right, but there's a few people fishing, so can't grumble. Wind's blowing down that way as well, so but I know it's jam-packed full of hide and all sorts of species here. Crucian carp, small carp. I think biggest carp in here is about 15 to 20 pound. People keep telling me it's a big ghosty or something. I've not seen it come out, but that's what I've heard. So we'll keep persevering, and then I'm sure we'll get one soon enough. Well, I hope so anyway. Right, that's 5 minutes. Let's bring that in and cast it in again. Hopefully get a bit of snap out there. So I've mixed all my pellets together. Them ones what I wanted, and then I'm just scooping the feeder in with the wafter, and then just capping it off nice and easy. It's quick fishing, this pellet feeder fishing. But we'll keep casting and keep putting it in and see if we can get a bite and see that tip go around. Be nice to get a fish. Right, it's been about half an hour, so we're going to move closer to the other bank. Now, we've not had a touch yet, but I'm sure if we keep moving over, then we'll definitely get one. Right, it's took a while, but we've got his first fish. I do think that it is a bit too cold yet for the old pellets and everything. We might have been better off with a maggot feeder or something like that, but nevertheless we're out and we're going to give it a go. So what I've had to do is just cast a little bit further and a little bit further over to the other side. Anyway, we've got one. Not the required species, but nevertheless small-eyed. So at least we're off the mark, and we'll let's get that in again, see if it goes. So that pretty much went as soon as I casted it in, and we crept. We've gone tight as we can get now. So I started, you know, if you fish these pegs and stuff like that, always start a little bit off, and then you've got somewhere to go. Because if we started there and didn't get out, we've got nowhere to go, have we? So we're starting there. That's gone already, that. Is it? There must be some fish there, because that was a liner. Well, I shouldn't have really hit that with a liner. Let's get that one in again. I'm sure it must have been a liner, that. As soon as I put a rod on it, I've come back and went again, and I thought, oh, that's on. But obviously not. Must have landed the line on its bloody head. Oh, that's the worst cast in the world there. Settle down, baby boy. Settle down. I'm a bit too excited about catching an hide. Right, in and we go again. Same spot, come on. That's a fish. Right. Put this on the rest. But that other one just then, it went so far and I picked it up. It's getting a bit cooler and cooler now. We're half an hour into the session anyway, so it didn't take me that long to get over to that other bank. You know, 2 or 3 casts without a fish, and you think to yourself, oh God, what we're going to do now? But I know there's loads of hide in here, so we might get pestered by hide, but we're just after that one carp, you know, or a big skimmer or something like that. Just giving these pellets a go and just getting used to seeing if the fish are turned onto pellets or not yet. Which is the main reason why we've come out. I've got a feeling that we'll get a few knocks and liners. Look, there we go. That's on, isn't it? Here we go, look. This feels a better fish as well. This is it, either. Now I'm going to put my neck out. It's either an hide or a a skinner. That's what I'm going for. An hide or a skinner. So let's just see. Obviously I like to play my rod down if I can. There's not too many snags out here in the middle of the lake or anything, so let's see what we've got. What we've got. Hide or skinner. That's what we're going for. And it is a skinner. No, it isn't, it's an hide. So, next cast, there we go. It's one of them big hide. You can see the laughter hanging out of its mouth. Got it well up there. That's what we're catching. Another hide. A bit bigger. There's his father. Saying that, you catch a hide like that, they're a good stamp, aren't they? You don't get them much bigger than that. Probably a few big ones at Aston, I reckon. Right, we're in again. Really nice fishing, to be honest. I've got right, back in again, let's see if it goes. Getting darker and darker. Probably only got about an hour left, I reckon, if that. But like I said, I got here after work, just finished work, 4 o'clock. I've had half an hour trying to find a few fish, and then obviously I've gone further and further across and found a few fish anyway, but not the carp that we're after yet, so we've still got time to catch that. But they do fight like mad. Look, one just rolled down. Not if you've seen him or not. He's in the middle of the lake. What's about? Yeah, I can tell that it's another hide because it's rattled the tip. If it were a carp, it would have just pulled it straight down, but it's just rattled. So I've just got another feeling that it's probably another small hide. But nice to see that you're catching fish, isn't it? I mean, without these hiding. Oh, is it or not? Is it a skinner? I could be wrong. What is it? No, it's an hide. But like I said, without these in, there won't be anything to catch, would there? So they are nice in the winter time to catch. Yeah, so without them hides not feeding, we won't be catching anything, are we? So they are they serve its purpose, and that's why a lot of people like fishing for them in the winter and catching them in the winter. They're nice to have in a lake like this, and obviously you can only put them in a lake if it's is it landlocked, I think it is, where it doesn't go into a river, which is like this. It's just a pond, so you can put hide in there, and that's why they're in here. And it's something to do, I think, if they go into a reservoir, they can go up the stream and then go into the rivers and hide that blooming, that's a fish on there, isn't it? So that savage feeders, they'll eat everything in the bloody river, and that's why they're not in reservoirs, they're only in like ponds. This feels a bit bigger, this one. I still think it's an hide, but a little bit bigger. Would you believe it, catching hide on a blooming pellet feeder? What's that about? It's quick. This is giving a good fight. Look at the size of that thing. What size of that? Must be, what, 12 ounce to nearly a pound, that. So it looks like the hide have moved in, and they're probably eating all my pellets, and them blooming carp aren't there. I knew I was going to get one because that were a really good cast. That's another really good cast right next to that tree. But there's time yet to get a carp. But it just shows, doesn't it, if the carp aren't feeding, you're not going to catch them. So we'll know by the end of the session if the carp are feeding or not. But I ain't changed anything with feeding her. I've still got my micros, I've got my colourful micros which I've all mixed together, and then I've got all my single ones, and I'm basically, I ain't changed anything, but I'm just keeping it going in basically. I've just got a feeling there's loads of blooming hide there now. Tips knocking. I'm not lifting up until I get a proper indication, or it goes and then goes again, because half the time they're just line bites and knocking feeder and all sorts of methods. So if you are method feeder fishing or pellet feeder fishing like I am today, scoop, that's a good bite, isn't it? Now then, this feels like a better fish, and this could be a bream, I think. It's on the surface, unless it's a really big hide. But I've just got a feeling it's not fighting very much, but it feels quite heavy. It's just slowly going to my right side as well. I'm playing it upwards because I'm eager to see what it is, but shall I guess? I'm wrong all right, they've all been all hide, so this is either a big skimmer or a big hide. What do you think? Holy schmoly! goodness. Now that is what you call an hide, isn't it? That is unbelievable. Look at the size of that. That must be blooming. Holy schmoly, that must be £2. I'm gonna have to take a picture of that. That must be, no word of a lie, £2. Oh no. That's got to be £2.5 easy. That is, go on lad, get your breath. That must be a £2 hide, easy. I can't believe that. That's an absolute monster of a fish. Oh, sorry about that. I just had to take a picture of that, and because that is unbelievable. I've never had an hide so big in my life. That must be a record bloody hide. You know what? If I don't catch a carp, I'll be happy with that, because that's just made my evening. That coming out and fishing. Yeah, right, happy with that. Oh, what an absolute pleasure that hide was. Can't believe it. I've got known. Not better. I could tell it were a better fish though. I thought it was a big skimmer, but I don't think I've ever had an hide that big. That is crackers. I don't know. If I don't catch a carp, I'll be well chuffed with that. Well chuffed. They certainly like them pellets, don't they? I don't know, I can't get over it. God, if I catch any out else now, it won't matter, because that's just made me night, that, catching that big hide. And that's all I've caught is blooming hide, innit? I ain't caught what else. You'd think them skimmers would be feeding. There's loads of skimmers in here, loads of big bream and what have you. They probably just can't get through because of them hide, are that greedy. But there you go. Big greedy bloody hide. Can't believe it. That's another bite. Oh, now then, is this the carp we're after? Is this the carp that we're after, ladies and gents? It could well be, couldn't it? If it's an hide, it'll be one of them ones that for £2.5, £3. But I've just got a feeling that this is the road carp that we're after. It's moving. Yeah, I think so. I think we're into a carp. Yeah, definitely. fighting like a cat. It is a cat. I'm the worst one, aren't I, for blooming saying what sort of fish it is, mate. When I fished at Artil, I thought an 8 pound carp were a blooming big 2 pound roach. So I'm the worst for it, but here we go. Lovely. So that's it, innit? Persevere. Trying to catch a few fish. God, he's still lively. Still a lively lad. See if I can hold him up for 2 minutes. I think that blooming idler nearly as big as him. He's very lively. Anyway, that's the sort of stamp here. Carp, they do get a lot bigger. Like I said, I think there's some into 15 pound and what have you, but there's loads and loads of carp about 2, 3, 4 pound in here, and they're the sort you get. So it just shows you, doesn't it? Just persevering, fishing on that line and finding the fish is what it's all about, really. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there. We did say that we wanted a carp, and that's what we came up to try and catch. Don't know if it's the time of day or if it's took that long to try and get a little bit of bait in, but we've eventually found them on that far bank. Kept casting in. That lovely big hide has made the night, to be honest, and then we've got as carp what we were after. Right, well the sun's going down and it's getting later and later. What a lovely little evening that we've had. A couple of hours at Newbiggin, just fishing. All doing is that pellet feeder, that scoop feeder, whatever you like to call them. I call them scoop feeders. This was what it were, the wedge pellet feeder from Middy. Have a look at any of this tackle. The wedge pellet feeders, they're out at the minute. That's what I've used on the rod, the Quartex rod. And the new sticky method pellets are out as well. The red ones, the green ones are both out and available now to buy. So check them out in the stores. So don't forget that. We've tried to find the fish. We've found a few fish. And that hide has just made my evening, to be honest. We got that carp in the end, and that's what we were after as well. But they're not moving about as they should do at the minute, but lovely to get out and a nice little evening, couple of hours, and catch a few fish, and that, I can't get over that hide. But anyway, that's it guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Keep on bagging. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in on the video. If you want to see more videos, hit this awesome playlist down here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you want to become a member, hit the join button. Thanks for watching the video guys. We'll see you soon. Keep on bagging.